Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan Battle video. So we had the 100th edition of Dokkan Battlefield. It's funny because I remember the very first one. And with it has brought us a new LR from Battlefield. LR Lude, who actually seems to be, I think, quite good. And he is going to be another great option for the Metal Cooler team. Lude is also a GT Boss's character, which is pretty good, because GT bosses will definitely need the help. Now, we're not going to be able to rainbow Lude quite yet. I think maybe the next Battlefield, maybe 2 Battlefields. I should have Lude rainbowed probably by September or so. We'll see. Alright, so we can get 1 copy, 2, 3 copies. We're able to get 3 copies in total. Okay. So, yeah, it's probably going to be a couple of Battlefields until your boy is actually able to rainbow Lude. That's okay, though, because, I mean, it's right now, I mean, he'll be good for Metal Cooler's team, right? Which, if we just go ahead and swap on over, we can see right here that Lude, let's go and take a look at the teams we can run him on. I mean, right now, it's just Metal Cooler's team in terms of 220% leads. And this is another giant transformation character, by the way. So it's just like, I don't know. Metal Cooler's team, like, you know, we have Goma, Deborah, Golden Frieza, and Gogeta, Lude now, Metal Cooler himself. I mean, these are characters with, like, powerful team protection mechanics. And then you could consider Garlic Jr. and LR Metal Cooler for revive characters. And I believe Fat Boo is on Metal Cooler's team as well, if we choose to, right? Fat Boo is on Power Absorption. So it's like we just have... Wait, is he? He is, yeah. So, I mean, we just have all these, like, ridiculous characters that we're able to use. And now that includes LR Lude as well. So here, let's just go ahead and take a look at him here. All right, so remember, we're going to make this a 55% video, is what we're going to go ahead and do here. So I will, I guess, come back. We'll probably just jump right into a run here. Let me get him, you know, 55%. Let me level him up, get him the SA20, all the good stuff, and we'll hop right into a fight with LR Lude, 55%.
君が新生児の身を育てるのにもってこいのこちだったとは。この世で俺にかなう者はいない。俺が宇宙最強だ。
Alright, here we go. Hakaishin Ludo. There he is. Yeah, goofy fucker, man. Okay. Oh, actually, this works out very well for us. I could hit this. Yeah, there's Turles' weakness kicking in right there. Alright, let's just quickly take a look at Lude. Just go over sort of some of the basics here. One major problem we're going to encounter with Lude, I mean, this is going to be a problem here, is going to be link set. Look at this demonic link set he has in a bad way. Infighter, more than meets the eye, mechanical menaces, tough as nails, GT, shattering limit, and legendary power. I mean, we're just flat out not going to have a lot of these links up when we're running, like, this is his best linking partners. There is one good character here, and that's the Piccolo and Goku. But even then, the Piccolo and Goku, I mean, we're not going to run them on the same team as fucking Lude. So it's like, really, his link set is going to just be shattering the limit, right? If we look at what he's doing here, he does get these nice buffs for 4 turns, right? This attack, defense, key, and guard for 4 turns, which is good. He has strong basic effects right here. But really, I would say the meat and potatoes of this character is this section right here. If we give him a shit ton of key, he's going to have very high damage reduction, and he's going to have a decent chance to crit with, I think, decent damage. That's like, I think Int LR Rose was the first character who had that. No, that's not true, actually. It was... No, yeah, he was... No, it is. Because the Angel Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta was many months after Rose, right? Rose was 5th anniversary, and the Angel Vegeta was the worldwide download celebration in 2020, many months later, right? Alright, so there's all that, and then on Lude's, starting from his 3rd turn, we're going to transition over to this. We will also have his giant transformation, which we'll be able to do. So you can do it instantly if we're fighting a Dragon Ball Secret or Hybrid Saiyan enemy. We could do it starting from turn 4 if there's an artificial life form ally, which is Metal Cooler, or from turn 6 if we have neither of those. So it is interesting to look at. This is just a very, like, you just look at this guy, and it's like, man, yeah, let's just make free-to-play characters like this good always, right? Like, I would say the downside to Lude really would be teams, right? Like, this is his downside. But, like, I mean, we'll see what some of these stats are looking like, but straight up, I think they nailed it with Lude. Alright, so remember, we are running them at 55% here, so, you know, this is Link level 1. I don't have God equips on them and shit like that, so we'll see how it's gonna go. Alright, let's make sure to play this smart right here. Remember, we are going up against this nasty boss, Goku, who is going to be able to have that AoE super, which is will be a real thorn in our side. Damn, actually, Turles took damage there like that, okay. Because remember, this Goku doesn't really get scary until his next turn. On our next turn, though, we'll have Turles' domain, and we'll have Goma for slot 1 on turn 3. Remember, turn 3 is when Goku gets really scary. Alright, let's see what Lude is going to do here. Let's go. So, Lord Lude, we're hitting a solid, a cool 31 million. Okay. Considering this is Link level 1, you know, 55%. We do have our additional right there. Bro, this is so silly. This is actually like a really good character. I think he's gonna be a really good character. I mean, okay. I've said this before. You know, you could get value out of the tech LR Beast Gohan's active skill, Special Beam Cannon, where he puts the KO guard on the whole rotation. Like, you could get some strong value out of that. But it's not nearly as good as, you know, say, Deborah's active skill, like target mechanic, draws all attacks towards him, and then Deborah, pretty much, I don't think I've ever seen Deborah killed on his active turn. I just don't, I'm sure it could happen, but I've never seen it. Did Cooler choke? No, we're good, we're good, we're good. So, wait, I got Cooler getting supered right there, destroyed my train of thought. Shit. Damn, I was barreling down for a point right there, but Cooler got targeted. Wait, let me pause and try and regain it. Oh, yeah, it was just how valuable that team protector ability is that Lude has, right? And it's like, you know, if LR Tech Beast Gohan, like if you would just swap his KO guard ability and just get the target mechanic of Deborah or 10th Anniversary Vegito, I would have Beast Gohan as like a top 3 character in the game, right? Just because if he would have a god turn where he's able to protect the whole team, it would be a completely different. Okay. I'm gonna do this. Let's hit this. Really, Golden Frieza and Gogeta, actually, their ability is not really gonna help us too much, right? How do we want to operate here? Yeah, we just have, like, giant transformations and crazy abilities all fucking over the place. I'm just gonna hit this. And then I'm gonna give Metal Cooler STR Orbs right here to give us the stat buff. Okay, let's go. Goma, let's relax. Let's calm down, bud. Alright, there's Goku's God Super right here. So remember, the damage that that's doing is very high. Very high damage. Alright, so we will actually be able to use LUUD's giant form on our next rotation. I think what I might do is I might actually float LUUD. Which I think... Goma? Okay. He actually got hit 3 fucking times. What? Bro. Okay. That, you don't see that every day. Especially because my Goma has a full dodge build. What the fuck? Okay. Sure. Goma lost his defense, but, I mean, we'll be alright. Okay. God damn, dude. Alright, yeah, remember, Goku, does get quite scary once you hit turn 3 right here. Good turn for Metal Cooler. Cool, we'll take that. Remember, that's massive 2-turn defensive support as well. Alright, so... Oh, we have the... I didn't want this against base... Shit. Yeah, I got double Metal Cooler turn 1. I obviously would not... I don't want this used against this fucking phase. Yeah, this is not good right here, actually. Alright, well, that's alright, because we have a shit ton of giant mechanics and all types of abilities still left to go. Alright, I'm going to come back. We'll be doing the reinforcement mode for a little bit. We'll come back. We'll come back. Alright, the reinforcement mode actually finished them off. So that means we're going to have LUUD here on our first rotation against AoE Goku. Do we maybe want to let LUUD, like, hold up against this? And then I guess we could float him. And then we would have Giant Form Goma turn 5. And then we could have LUUD turn 7. Just to keep these super attacks from Goku away from some of these characters as we get a little bit deeper in here. Well, let me just take a look at Goku. So Goku starts out at 5.4 million plus the 50% attack. He's not killing us on this turn. Nah, no fucking way. He's not touching anyone on this rotation. Not happening. So that's what we'll do. We don't need to use any of our abilities right here. I think what we'll do is we will pop Turles' Domain. I'm going to float LUUD. And then we're going to have Goma Giant turn 5. Metal Cooler turn 6. LUUD turn 7. You see why this team is fucking stupid? Because we went turn 4, 5, 6, and 7 consecutively where the boss can't punish us. That is the strength of Metal Cooler and his team. And LUUD contributes to this, right? And then, I mean, we still potentially could throw Deborah on the team too. Now, remember, when using Metal Cooler, and I mean, the LUUD video is going to kind of turn into a Metal Cooler video, but like, that's, you know, the only place we're using them. So it's, you know, kind of important. But when using Metal Cooler, remember, we do want to make sure Metal Cooler the one thing about him is you don't want to shortchange his ability, the Wicked Bloodline and Movie Boss characters. So it's like we have 2 slots that are free. One of them is like Goma is like a must run on this team. Goma, I think, really bring things together with his multiple turn support, invincibility at the start, and then the giant form, right? Really brings the team together. So LUUD is in a slot we could use for several characters. Deborah, King Cold, you know, several characters like that, right? Alright, let's, I mean, fuck it, we'll just play it. I mean, this is a Metal Cooler dick sucking session anyway. We'll go Metal Cooler into Turles' Domain.
その桁外れなスーパーサイヤ人の生命エネルギーを全てもらう。さらに強くなったぞ。
Oh, actually, you know, there is one problem with this rotation. Metal Cooler hasn't been targeted yet, has he? Only once. Okay, that actually is potentially an issue, but how stupid of a character is this? He's been targeted one time, and his stats are already that ridiculous. Crazy. Just a dumb character. All right, let's hit this. Remember, we do need to make sure that LUUD is chilling. Oh, shit. And then there's our int orbs for LUUD. I think we'll probably still be okay, though. Remember, we want LUUD to be very high here. 23, so we'll... Nope, 24. Perfect. And we're just only going to have legendary power-up for LUUD. But that's... I mean, if we're running this serious, what happens when we're actually running the character? This is what it looks like. I don't think LUUD is in danger of this AoE either. I'm pretty sure we're fine. Let's see. Yeah. Dude, that's a Battlefield LR. 55%. Dude, he's fucking... Okay. LUUD is 55%. Link level 1. No god equips. And, like, that's... I mean, granted, this Goku is not that scary turn 1, but... I mean, that's still a good showing. The only thing is... okay, calm down, Metal Cooler. Fuck, dude. Please chill. Is Goku gonna live to turn 7? Oh, shit, dude. I think he is. I don't know. I might have to, like, hold back or something. We are annihilating this guy. Goku, keep your head up! Alright, that's okay. That's okay. I mean, like, you know, okay. I feel like already LUUD just eating the AoE super, though, was pretty good. Like, I like the showing. Like, this is a good character. You gotta understand. I'm not lying. This guy's good. He's good. All right, now, we're seeing LUUD get hit right there. Okay, this is notable while Gogeta shows up. Here, let's talk while Gogeta's showing up. So, another reason I'm gonna love LUUD. For every attack received, he loses 2% damage reduction down to 20%. I remember 2 years ago, there was a character who was very broken, who had a very similar ability. And I remember there was a lot of dumb fucking knuckleheads who were like, nope, we're going additionals and crits and shit. God Topo. Full dodge build. Full dodge. This is God Topo, right? Full dodge build. Full dodge build is what you do. And full dodge build is what you do for LUUD. Because, I mean, if you're not going to get hit and lose his damage reduction, dude, like, you realize how high his damage reduction is, right? Like, he's not... You're going to be chilling. We are going to be chilling. And the thing is, like, LUUD, it seems like his damage is going to be okay, considering what we saw at 55% Link level 1. He's got a team protector mechanic, right? Like, he's very strong defensively. So, it's like, there is incentive to run him. It's like, it's not like, you know, he's bringing something to the team. The ridiculous team protector ability, right? Oh, actually, you know what we could do here? I never do this with Goma, or these giant forms. I always just am like, usually it doesn't really matter, but we could get Gogeta's orbs right now, and then we could still transform into Goma, and then we will still have Gogeta's orbs. 14 is what we can get. So, wabam. Now we go into Goma, and we've still actually got the orbs for Gogeta. Alright, so let's go. Alright, kids, I'm gonna come right back after Goma's giant... Well, I mean, I guess this is a LUUD video. Maybe we'll come back for LUUD? Oh, brother, dude. I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna make it to turn 7, though. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, guys. I think I might just play the rest of this run out. That way it's kind of like we're... Yeah, anyway. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, we should already have our... Like, we have the 10 orbs, so Gogeta's gonna have his 100% dodge. I mean, I guess that doesn't really fucking matter anyway, does it? Alright, we'll hit this right here. And then we'll hit this right here. Okay. So, next rotate... Yeah, this fight is over, huh? Okay. Yeah, he's... dude, this Goku... I don't know. I don't run this fight very much, because I didn't really think it was too scary. I mean, he does have an AoE super. The problem with this boss, because I see people running this boss all the time, and it's like, okay, like I get it. But the problem is he hits like a feather. Like, he's doing a 5.4 million damage. I mean, he does get 50% attack. Like, even turn 1, he's getting 50%. But I don't know. Like, look, he's melting. He's literally the Wicked Witch of the West or whatever. He's out of here in 2 seconds. Well, I guess if Cooler decides not to crit. Although, if he doesn't crit, that means we're going to get to see LUUD. Oh, okay. Maybe we're going to get to see LUUD, actually. Okay. Here's a crit. Not a good video for Cooler, huh? Goddamn. Wait, no, I'm getting that mixed up with the video I recorded before this, which was seriously serious. I am. Oh, okay, he rebounded in the shape there. This team is so silly. Personally, by the way, I think they did a fantastic job with Final Form Cooler. I've got no problem with him. Tech Goku, I mean, I maybe would have changed a little bit about him, but like he's also super good. And then, of course, Metal Cooler is going to be crazy, and I think the Goku and Vegeta look pretty good as well. So one thing Dokkan really did do is they nailed the 2022 Worldwide Download Celebration characters. They nailed them for sure. All right, we'll come back. All right, guys, this fight's done. Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, we definitely did play it correctly. So just in case this fight would have continued on for another turn, we would have been able to finish this bad boy off, yeah. Alright, well, let's just, again, finish the fight off. And, we're on out of here. We do need to actually show LUUD using his ability. I guess we could do another run. Yeah, maybe we'll just do one more run and another one of these kind of, like, difficult fights. But, I mean, LUUD eating that Goku's AoE, I'm still, like, pretty fine about. His damage Goku's is not the craziest, but that is still like an AoE super before he attacks. I'll take that. Alright, pretty easy. Yeah, Goku, look, Goku didn't even damage us. 100% HP. Not really too surprising there, I guess. What do we want to do for a second fight? I'm not sure. What's like a nasty fight we could do? Oh, I know. Yeah, I got a fight. We'll probably just rock in with the same team. Yeah, let's go. Alright, let's see what we got right here. Damn, you know, this rotation, I do want to put LUUD in front of the attacks, but probably the first thing we actually want to do is have Metal Cooler get a little built up, right? We do want to put Metal Cooler in front of these attacks here. Yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe I'll just float LUUD here. Yeah, that'll work well. We'll float LUUD. And then we'll go ahead and see how LUUD is going to do for us in a couple of turns. Let's hit this right here. And then that'll get us pretty high. Okay. That is the one thing with LUUD is we do want to make sure that if we're running him, we probably do want to be at 24 key, but I mean 22 key I suppose is going to be fine. There's only going to be one instance where we're going to be missing 20% attack, 2% crit, and 20% defense and 2% damage reduction right here. So, I mean, it's hardly going to be the end of the world, right? All right, let's hit this, and let's go. I'll probably just skip right to turn 4 after this. It is funny with this team. Like, it's just, I feel like it's going to be so hard to lose. you just have so many, like, team protection abilities that we're rocking, right? It's just so obscene. And we're getting, for this team, I think, like, another top 5 level character. Later today. Well, tomorrow. Tonight-ish. You get what I'm saying. Alright, LUUD-sama! 31 million. You know, there's an RPG I really like called Live I Live. It's one of those, like, HD 2D games that they did recently in the last couple of years. That's where Square Enix has really won my love again, by the way, with those. And there's a very similar, like, thing like LUUD. Is that a reference to, is it to Akira? Is that what that's a reference to? Because then there's also, again, in Live I Live, there's a section that's got, like, kind of the same thing as, like, what LUUD is. Alright, anyway, we'll come back on turn 4. Alright, guys, here we are in turn 4. Remember, Vegeta's definitely a little bit of a threat. We have been hit once here. We are, of course, still guarding and stuff like that. I'm gonna just let this go. I feel like there's a good chance we could get smoked right here. But, I mean, you know, let's kind of see how things are gonna be. With the 4 orbs, we should be good in terms of our 24 key. Yep, let's go. Alright, we'll make sure to get the STR orb with Metal Cooler as well. Yep. Alright, let's see how we do. Obviously, I could have used LUUD's Giant Form if need be right here, but just kind of seeing how things are going to go. Remember, deep into the fight right here, we're in turn 4 against this Vegeta. So he's hitting hard, over 10 million, right? So, alright, let's see. Wow, dude. Stop it. He's 55% Link level 1 with no God equips. Wow, dude. Dude, bro, I'm taking that. I'm taking that. So right here, Vegeta gets 50% attack after receiving 10 attacks, which obviously we're on turn 4. It's already happened. On top of this 8.4 million, I mean, I'm taking this. LUUD looks really good to me. That's 55%. And he's got a fucking team protection mechanic. Like, LUUD is actually, like, I don't know. I mean, you know, not to needlessly go overboard and slander him, but, like, I mean, LUUD is better than, like, I mean, I'll say it. At least he's better than God Vegeta, right? Like, you know, I think I probably would say so. I think so, guys. Alright, so what are we thinking here? We have Team Protector mechanics. So, again, look at the foolishness here. So, we could do one right here. Then we have one the next turn. And then we'd have one the next turn, the next turn, the next turn. Like, you understand we have, like... So, we'll do, like, Golden Frieza Gogeta right here. Then the turn after, we could do LUUD or Goma. Doesn't matter. Then the turn after, we got a Reinforcement Mode. Then the other turn after, we got Reinforcement Mode. Like, it's just, you know... It is what it is. So here we will use... Pop this. Perfect. Actually, I don't even need to... Yeah, I don't even need to use the Golden Freeze active. No reason to use it if we don't need to use it, right? That's 100% dodge right there, sure. We can go ahead and hit... Oh, excuse me. Let's hit this first. This will give him the extra key per orb, so Turles won't struggle for key here. I'll probably use LUUD's next turn. Let's hit this. Perfect. And we'll just go for the tech orbs right there. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to just blast on Vegeta for a little bit right here. I guess I'll just come back next turn. I mean, this is going to be a long turn of Gogeta, Turles, and Metal Cooler doing a shit ton of attacks. So we'll just return next turn. Alright, guys, so we're coming here. We got quite the rotation here. Alright, well, no reason not to do this. So now, by the way, it has been several rotations. We're going to use LUUD's Giant Form, and then afterwards, we're going to come back, right? So the intro is now gone, right? His first 2 rotations. So now we're down here, but we could giant form and then we'll float him. And one time only he'll get that and that. So if he does have a weakness, it would be if he would return on turn 9. But, like, between me and y'all, do you think Vegeta's living to turn 9? The answer is he is not. He is not. Alright, so now we have Giant Lude right here. What is it, like level 3 Lude? Yeah, Lude power level 3. Alright, so the first thing he does, he changes all key spheres to SDR. And then we get 30% attack per key sphere. So that first Lude is going to hit really fucking hard. But then the next Ludes are not really going to hit quite so hard. Hit that right there. Perfect. And then we'll hit that right there. Alright, let's see how we're looking right here from Lude. 52, damn. Now, he doesn't have crits or super effective against all types or anything like that. No, he does have a super attack effect. Yeah, he does. No, never mind. He's got the 50% chance. 50% chance. Yeah, that's the, it's like the LR Janemba EGL UI in Evolution Blue Vegeta ability that he has on his super attack effect right here. 50% chance to crit. So if you would get a Hidden Potential System additional super, this would be a guaranteed crit on the Hidden Potential System additional super. So if Lude in slot 1, when he's gonna get all of the orbs, right? And he got the Hidden Potential System additional super, it's gonna be a guaranteed crit. It's gonna do good damage. Now, the area where Lude really helped right there was the fact that Vegeta wasted his super attack right there. Doing that, causing the boss to do that, that shit matters so damn much. Alright, so now we also still have Goma's giant form. I'll save it, but I will drop this, and I am gonna play this too. Cooler. One job, bitch. One fucking job. Let's save the STR key. We do need to make sure that Lude is at 24 key. It's not smart to fuck around with this Vegeta here. Not smart at all. We do not want to do that. No fucking around with him. Goma, if he gets his additional, is also going to give some nice support to Lude, so that'll be good. And obviously we have Metal Cooler last rotation also. Yeah, nice Goma. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Alright, so all in all, Lude is ridiculous, I would actually say. Because, remember, I mean, so far he's looked good. Like, you could, if I said, yeah, damn, guys, this was Rainbow Lude, Link level 10, God equips, he looked really good, huh? I feel like I'd probably still be like, yeah, he's pretty good. But it was 55% Link level and no God equips, man. He's really good. It's pretty easy to get him. I mean, they easily give more than enough battlefield reward. Like, from this battlefield, there's enough currency rewards just from this battlefield to get him, right? I made sure to buy him at the start of the video, so there's the one-time, we saw it, the one-time 400,000 ability to buy him, right? Alright, yeah, so this fight is over as long as some character doesn't die to normal. So I wish Cooler would have a better video, but I guess Cooler decided to have a shit video. Oh my god! Okay, so that's what happens when his intro's gone. Sure, glad we saw that. All right, let's see how we're going to do. I mean, Vegeta is starting to hit hard even with these normals. We are going to be guarding in slot 3, though. Yeah. But if we would come back to turn 9, I do think Lude would be in trouble. But, I mean, there's not going to be a turn 9. This fight is over. I mean, we're using the best character in the game that gaps every other character by multiple tiers. And we're using the best team in the game that gaps every other team in the game by multiple tiers. Alright, guys, so we have this fight wrapped up. Goodbye, Vegeta. See ya, bud. And that is that. Vegeta's out of here. We get the Goma KO screen. W. Okay, cool. Yeah, so there we go. Lude looks pretty good. I think from what we saw of him in this video, he is nice and powerful. Gonna have the first 2 rotations. He's going to have decent stats. He falls off on that 3rd turn, but the 3rd turn is when we can use the giant form, float him off, and the fight is likely going to be done at that point. Lude looks really good to me. Really good. Alright, guys, so there was LR Lude. Let's go ahead and take a look at his details now. So this is Lude Colts, God of Destruction, Lude. In terms of the teams he's rocking, it is pretty much just Metal Cooler. I mean, obviously we can just run him on Goma's team as well. I'm not really dying to run Tech Boo or AGL Omega Shenron these days. I suppose we could run him on LR Omega Shenron, the Dokkan Fest physical Omega Shenron's team. I mean, that could probably work. If fights, you know, break in your favor, the Omega team can still get W's for sure, right? And Lude with his Team Protector mechanic would certainly help on that team as well. Remember, the Omega team should still move fast. Omega's damage is still good, right? So, okay, and then Lude's leader skill is Artificial Lifeform category key 3 and 130% to HP. His passive skill is Lude Power level 2. He'll activate his intro when there's another 2 artificial lifeform characters or power absorption allies on the team. Well, if we're going to run him on Metal Cooler's team, the 2 Metal Coolers, the lead and the friend lead, there you go. If you don't have your own Metal Cooler and you want to run maybe Goma as lead and then a friend Metal Cooler, once EZA Metal Cooler drops, you know, later tonight, you'd be able to run friend Tech Metal Cooler and this guy, and that would trigger the intro. And then Lude gets 4 key, 610% attack and defense, and guard for 4 turns. He gets 6 key and 100% attack and defense at the start of turn, a guaranteed additional super, an additional 1 key per key sphere obtained, and then 40% damage reduction. For every 2 key when attacking, Lude gets 20% attack and 2% crit. And for every 2 key when receiving an attack, Lude gets 20% defense and 2% damage reduction. That ability usually is very strong. I feel like they don't give it out very much. You know, I know that the Physical Angel Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta's got it. Int LR Goku Black has got it. Another character coming to mind is not jumping to mind right away of a character who has this type of ability, but this usually is very good right here, right? And I mean, we saw Lude seemed pretty tanky as long as we're, you know, 24, 22 keys, something like that. Then for every attack received, Lude loses 2% damage reduction permanently to a max of 20%. So, you know, there's an answer to that. Full dodge. Then, starting from the 5th turn from character's entry turn, which is Lude's 3rd rotation, is what that means. He gets an additional 200% defense, and then if you put him in slot 1 or 3, one time only, he gets 610% defense and guard. So I guess technically, the strongest defensive turn we would see from Lude would be on his 3rd turn. Because if you put him in slot 1 or 3, he's still going to get the 610% defense from his intro, but then he's also got this extra 200% defense right there, right? So that's certainly pretty good. He has an active skill, which is, you know, a transformation into his giant or rage mode, the level 3 Lude power here. You can do this if there's a Dragon Ball Seeker or Hybrid Saiyan category enemy, and that would be just turn 1. You could do this if there's an artificial life form ally in the same turn, starting from turn 4, right, which metal coolers, or starting from turn 6 from the start of battle, and then he'll advance to level 3 for 1 turn, which, more than likely the bosses will use up, super attacks or strong abilities during that turn. You could use the giant form to get around locking, right? There's a lot of tech and power to that. Lude's 12-key super attack is the LUUD Stomp. He gets 30% attack for 1 turn and does colossal damage to the enemy. His 18-key super attack, his ultra super attack, is the LUUD Crush. He gets 50% attack and defense for 1 turn and does mega colossal damage to the enemy. His link set is not really so good. Infighter, More Than Meets the Eye, Mechanical Menaces, Tough as Nails, GT, Shattering Limit, and Legendary Power. He has, in a vacuum, some good links, but this combination of links, as you guys can see, is not good. Not good. So there's that. 12 key multiplier, 150%, 24 key multiplier, 200%. The normal stuff we typically see. Let's look at Lude's categories, and then we'll take a look at his giant form after that. So Lude is not on many teams. He is on artificial life form right here, right? So that's nice to get more options for artificial life form. I'll gladly take that. We've had many difficult artificial life form missions in the past. Most notably, the Beast Gohan Supreme Innocent battle fight during the 9th anniversary. Lude is also on the Terrifying Conqueror category team. I feel like Lude probably shouldn't be here, but, I'm not really tripping about that. Not a big deal. Hey, it's good for the player, right? Then Lude is also on the Power Absorption category team. That's excellent. We certainly need as many characters as we possibly can get for this category. Not really a giant category. It's pretty small in terms of the characters that are on it, so it's good to see him there. Then Lude is also on the GT Bosses team. Same thing. The good news, though, is that GT Bosses now has actually been a good team. Remember, they, tried a bunch of times with GT Bosses, and they failed every time. But then, 2025, the team is still probably at least decent-ish, but they did a good job with GT Bosses, and now we got Lude added to it, we got Legic added to it. It still is very fucking stupid that Hellfighter 17 is not a you're gonna tell me Hellfighter 17 is not a GT boss, which is the dominant personality of Super 17, by the way, but fucking Legic and Lude are GT bosses, right? It doesn't make much sense, but these days they're being generous with it. In truth, Hellfighter 17 should be added to the category, immediately. They should, do not pass go, add Hellfighter 17 to GT bosses. And then finally, Lude is a mission execution character, which is, good. Again, I mentioned it many times after this category came out. This is a great category to exist because there's so many minion type characters that just now have a category home, which is good. All right, so there is base Lude. Remember, he could do his giant transformation. We could trigger this immediately against a Dragon Ball Seeker or Hybrid Saiyan enemy. Turn 4 if there's an artificial life form ally in rotation, or turn 6 if we have neither of those. And then he gets a 1-turn giant transformation, team protector type mechanic ability, which remember is very, very good. These will win you fights. So now he is still Lude, but now his passive skill is Lude power level 3. He changes all key spheres to STR key spheres, gets 610% attack at the start of turn, gets 3 key per key sphere obtained, and then he gets 30% attack for every key sphere obtained. So that first attack he does is going to hit really hard. The rest, the next attacks, not really so much. His super attack, he's only got 1 here. 12 key super attack is the Crimson Laser. He gets 100% attack, for that slot. Does destructive damage to the enemy, and then has a high chance to crit. Again, this should be like LR Janemba's ability, AGL Goku, and Evolution Blue Vegeta's crit ability. So if you get a hidden potential system additional super, it should be a guaranteed crit. I don't think that's enough reason to go additional on this guy, especially because he does have, this. You really want to... It's a free-to-play LR, bruh. You want to go full dodge there. But you could go additional to try and aim to get, the guaranteed crit, I suppose, on that. But, if it's a hidden potential system additional normal, not really going to be too much value there. And then there we go. That is it for LR Lude. Honestly, very good. Very good. I mean, this is... I think calling him a potential top 20 LR, I don't think is a crazy stretch, but it's just the cohesiveness, the craziness of that Metal Cooler team, the impact Metal Cooler provides to the team himself. It's just so sick. And Lude just fits right in. So there you guys go. It's looking good.